This young man was let's go down the list. I'm just going from remembrance. From an actor to a bartender to one of I call the co-founders go-to, great husband, great dad. On the vacations we go on, he normally has his daughter with him. And that says a lot about his character, bring his daughter with him. I mean, he's leading by example, not only in ACN, but he's leading his family by example by showing his daughter the right and wrongs and let her see the better things in life, not just caught up in just work. And I was talking to my sister today. My cousin, who's in Dallas, worked a job 39 years for B of A, and hardly take any vacation. That is so sad. It's amazing when you're a prisoner. I mean, I'm sorry, slavery. I mean, when you're used to that and never even took time for yourself. And the beautiful thing about ACN, this young man takes all the time in the world with his family, whatever is needed. He's there 100%. He's also helping people as he trains from across the stages in various cities for ACN around the country. Not only that, he's such a great person. I just enjoy his presence. He's always smiling, always got great information to train us on. So without further ado, can we put our hands together and welcome to our last Thursday call in this month? And we'll get him back hopefully August, wink, wink, wink. Can we show Dean Tarrolly how much we appreciate him? Welcome, Regional Vice President Dean Tarrolly.
Good morning, my friend. Appreciate it. Good to see everybody. How do you do it? I don't know how you do it, but in that amazing, humbling introduction, you guys, Mr. Thomas is really good, because in that introduction, which I appreciate a lot, he managed to slip in August already. He's just so good. He's just with a wink. Y'all saw it. You're laughing. You guys know he does this every time at the end of a month that I get to spend with you guys.
We
Unbelievable.
Love you, sir. We love
you. Well, I hope I have some information to go over for you guys that will help. It's funny hearing Mr. Thomas talk about what he said here at the end of that time when he was introducing me. It's something sort of struck me, and it's actually not it's not in my notes, but it's something that he said. And the thing that really struck me is, if somebody is entrepreneurial spirited, right? If they have that entrepreneurial spirit, they're going to have a lot going on. I was doing meetings last night in front of some people, some amazing people last night, amazing people. And one of them is entrepreneurial. This individual has multiple things going on. And the ability to be able to manage time, effort, energy, and the things that you need to advance whatever parts of your business is really important. And it kind of dovetails into what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And it may be a little different than how you guys have normally heard me talk about your business, yourself, a team, serving other people. But I hope it resonates with you. Somebody who's entrepreneurial or entrepreneurial spirited, they're always going to build into events, whatever that event is for them in their business. It could be, they could be in the concert business. They could be in the restaurant business. They could be in any of those businesses. They're always promoting into something. So one thing I want to share with you guys, you can write this down if you're taking notes, no matter what it is, and really no matter what your business is, always be promoting, right? Always be promoting into whatever that next business, whatever the next event is that's going to advance your business, whatever your industry or business is. And certainly talking about what we're doing in ACN, always be promoting, always having a forward, future facing conversation, right? So maybe that's something we'll talk about. When are you having me back again? Did you say January or February? Is that what it was, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, yes, it was August.
Is that what,
this year?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I could have sworn you said. Okay, cool.
Yeah, a little over a month.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, cool. So listen, I want to set the stage for the next few minutes for us, so you guys understand where I am coming from in this conversation today. I take you guys and Mr. Thomas seriously. So just to give you guys an example, okay? So this is my Al Thomas notebook. And these are all notes that I prepare for you guys, and this is going back and back and back and back. And these are all notes that I prepare for you guys on these calls. So the reason that I think that that is important is it cracks me up when people want to commit important stuff to memory, right? In their business. Doesn't mean that memories aren't important, but trust me, memories are super important. Future anticipation is super important, right? What you are anticipating, what you are working towards, what you want to do, where you want to be, people you want to be around is so important to have a clear idea of that. But it is also important that in a business like ours, there's really a couple entities involved for us, right? So I want you guys to think about this. There's really two entities involved for us. There is ourselves personally, and there is our team. Okay. The entire month of June, on all the calls that I've been on, the theme of our conversations have been progress. What's been happening in your business? What's been happening for you to be able to progress your business? And you're going to know that better than me. You're going to know that better than anyone. What is happening in your business to progress where you're going? Okay. So in the month of June, I hope that there was progress in your business. Okay. So here's a question. Who's leading your business? Are you leading it, or are you turning to your leader? Are you turning to your upline executive team leader, regional coordinator, regional director? Who's leading your business? Who's in your business that is working? Who's in your business that is improving? Who's in your business that's taking more responsibility? Who's in your business that's stepping up and being a phase one person? Who is in your business doing those things? I don't know. You have to identify that and figure that out. What progress have you made over the course of, I always talk to you guys about the month that I get to spend with you. What progress has been made this month? Have you added more personal customer points? Have more people join your team, or has that not happened? Then you have to look at it with a critical eye. You have to look at it and go, wow, this has happened or this has not happened. Okay. What needs to be addressed? What areas of your business? And you have to look at that and go, okay, you want to know what? Hey man, I added 15 customer points this month, but I didn't have any presentations. I didn't have any phase one business. Or hey, I had 5 or 6 people join the team and nobody's qualified. Right? I got to get better at this qualification. Like, I can't leave these people hanging out to dry. Right? I have to do a better job of figuring out these areas that may be lacking. Because you guys know, I've covered this a million times. We do 3 things. We get customers, build teams, and promote events. Did I have people at the event? Was I at the event in Baltimore? Right? Have I, I love that Mr. Thomas is talking about, have I already made my arrangements? Have I made my commitment to the next international in Orlando? Right? What areas need to be addressed? You guys, you can't sweep it under the rug. Okay, you got to figure out what areas in your business need to be addressed and address it and go right after it. You have to attack it right on full, like right out of the gate. If you're not in the place that you want to be, and you're not heading in the direction that's addressing these areas that are lacking, and there is a lack of progress, where are you getting your guidance from? Right? Who's helping you set these goals or reset these goals? You guys, this is a tremendously important conversation, because this all comes down to you. What decisions have you made to change and alter the course and direction of your business, to advance it, to get it to where you want it to go, where you signed up to be? I mean, you guys understand something. I don't think anybody hits submit on a rep agreement with the goal to become an ETL. Now, let me be clear. ETL is fantastic. All of the positions are fantastic. I just don't think that's the goal that you set out to achieve by signing up an ACN. I don't think so. Possible, but I sort of doubt it. I think what's more likely is that you said, hey man, I'm going RVP, SVP. Like that's where I'm going. And all these things are stair steps along the way. And you're going to develop and build your business. You're going to develop and build your skill set. You're going to develop and build your repertoire of things that you need to advance your business part-time. Am I making sense so far to you guys? Because we're about to end kind of on end the month, I should say, not the call just yet, on a little bit of a serious note. So I want you guys to think about this for a second, right? The words that the company and the co-founders and, that lead by example, right? Lead by example. So when we talk about leading by example, we talk about doing the things that are required to advance and build our businesses. This is super important. When we talk about leading by example, it's in all phases of our business. So one of the things that you guys should know as a leader, as a developing leader, as a future leader, is leaders never show worry, doubt, fear, or anger. They don't show them. They have an answer. They have a solution. Leaders are solution oriented. So if you know that your business is not in a place where you want it to be, and the goal is to progress your business, reps and customers, month over month, and that is the mindset that you have, you really have to look at what is being done or what is not being done on a consistent basis to get your business where you want it to be. So how do you get your business to where you want it to be? Well, first you got to have a goal, and a goal requires a date. I am going to be this by that. I am going to have this many customers by this time. So obviously a great goal for everybody on this call is, where are you going to be by the end of July? Okay, leading into August. So where are you going to be by the end of July? Are you going to be a 100 customer point earner? Are you going to be a 75 customer point earner? Are you finally going to get paid through those five levels in your business? Are you going to have 3 teams? Are you going to have 3 teams someone in 3 teams registered for the next national? That's a great goal. How would you feel over the course of the month of July if you had someone in 3 separate teams registered for the next national? How would you feel? That's a really important conversation to have, because I'll tell you, if you do have 3 teams and you have 3 people registered somewhere in 3 separate teams, at least one person in 3 separate teams, you now are in the game to go regional director. I would tell you that's progressing your business. But the key in this whole thing is you. I'm going to show you guys a video here in a little bit. That's great, Marvetta. I see your message. I'm going to show you guys something that it's really interesting, because our business requires service to others. You got to serve the people on your team. It's really important. If you're not a service-driven leader, willing to go out of your way to help the people on your team, this is a tough road, because you don't get paid by the hour, and you can fall into those conversations where my time is valuable, not getting paid for my time, right? I would tell you that somebody who's in an employee mindset wants to get paid for their time. Someone who has an entrepreneurial mindset wants to get paid for their production, right? And they're 2 very different things. Someone can spend time at work or whatever it is their business is, and not really produce, but they can kind of hide behind the clock and still catch their paycheck. Right? I mean, the old joke about that is an employer will pay you just enough to keep you there, and an employee will work just hard enough not to get fired. Right? Now, I'm not saying that's everybody. There's a lot of people out there, which is why people do network marketing. There's a lot of people who outperform their pay. They work, they are worth more value. They're more valuable than what their check is. That makes sense, you guys? So here you can actually get paid what you're worth. How many customers have hit the books? How many people have joined the team? How many people have gotten customer qualified? How many, right? So that being said, it still always comes back to you. And you have to, for lack of a better way to say it, and you're going to hear this in the video, you got to save yourself first. You got to be an example first. You want someone to get 20 points, 30 points, 40 points, 50 points, 100 points. You have to do that first. And when you do, watch what happens. And when you accomplish that, you've now created something that is so tremendously important in our business, because you took personal responsibility and you're going to progress your business. You are now in the category of proof. You are proof that the system works. You are proof that the business works. You are proof that the comp plan works. You are proof that the business can expand. You are proof that you can duplicate and create distribution. You are proof. See, the reason why these conversations I think are so important is that, Mr. Thomas has been proving this for decades. As people say, well, it's easy for Al Thomas to have those conversations. He's got a big team. Well, he's got a big team because he's been having these conversations for decades. So who do you need to take care of first? Someone put it in the chat. Who do you think needs to be taken care of first? In this example, what I'm talking about, who is the person that you have to, that's exactly right, Jordan, you. Starts with you. That's right, Marvetta. It's you. It's you. It's you. So that's right, Rach. So if everything and everyone, right, bailed around you, you have the skill set, you have the belief and the ability to be able to go out and start a new team in a new place, and because your progress ultimately comes down to you, and then the law of attraction kicks in. You start taking care of yourself. You start working on yourself. You start increasing your skill set, your knowledge base, and all that stuff. And now you start attracting people who think the same way, who want the same things, who do the same things. And lo and behold, somehow, some way, somewhere, a leader emerges from someone on your team. You identified and found someone because you were that person. So I'm going to show you guys something here to wrap up.
If you're trying to help and it doesn't work, then stop helping. If you're offering something and it's not taken, you have to stop offering the hand, because there's no other solution. If someone who is sinking has their hands around your neck and is pulling you down, you're not obligated to drown with them. And sometimes that means in people's lives, for example, that they have to leave their family members behind. There's a rule too, if you're a lifeguard. I'll save you, but that doesn't mean you get to drown me while I'm doing it. And if it's you drown or both of us drown, it's you drown. And that's wisdom. That's not cruelty.
Because how many times in our businesses with people do we want to try to go out of our way to help people, help people, help people, help people, help people? And we are having to do the same thing over and over with the same people who are not willing to learn, they are not willing to grow, they are not willing to find the information, and you're having to babysit and take care of them and caretake those people. And what ends up happening is we only have so much time, effort, energy in a day. And that energy could be spent teaching someone so they know where to find the information, empower them. So thanks, T. So they know how to find the information. But at one point, and I'm guilty of this as well, you have to stop doing these things that people are capable of doing on their own. And you do, in fact, have to save yourself. And when you save yourself and you start building your business this way, and it's a lesson that we all need, you're going to attract the right people and things are going to go really, really well.